So, I'm having a boost problem with my 1Z in my 2002 EuroVan, which I believe is the N75. It's failed in a weird way though. I think it's open, so it's operating at wastegate pressure. So, when I give it about 50% throttle, which is what I'm giving it right now, it's not even getting to 10. You can see how it builds. It's 50, and it just kind of comes up until the wastegate just opens up. And I'm barely getting any high EGTs. So it's very, it's very doggy. It's slow. Fuel economy isn't great. Although I just got out of Williamsburg city driving. I'm passing LaGuardia right now, so my daily commute, I'm usually a little higher than this, but it's doggy, it's slow. I can't pass people like I usually can. It's probably about 60 horsepower, but yes, this N75 has failed in a very weird way, so I'll dive deeper tomorrow running some more output tests, but I ran one quickly at work, and I heard no clicks from the N75, which was replaced only a mere 2 years ago, so these things really do go out quick. So here we are in the garage the next evening. I've got my alligator clips on the 2 pins on the connector there on the N75. It's just zip tied to these AC lines because this is, not the original engine in the car. And I've got the other 2 ends on my meter. You can see right here we're reading 15.4 ohms. Now the spec is 20 to 45 if I recall correctly. So that is out of spec. So this is our first little test saying it's kaput. Besides running the output tests through VCDS and not hearing any clicking or not hearing any clicking when the ignition's on. So that's that. For the next test, I have these 2 alligator clips connected to the positive negative terminals on my battery jumper pack, and the other ends are still connected there on the N75, and I'm going to click it on and off like that. And here we go, you can listen there. There's barely a click at all, so maybe something in the coil, the solenoid coil, has gotten some corrosion on there or moisture. It's failed somehow. I don't know. The first one I replaced, this one replaced, had failed in the closed position, so I was getting overboost, and this one I believe has failed in the open position, because as you saw in the previous video, the night before in the beginning, that boost just doesn't get up above 8 or 10 psi because that wastegate, from what I can tell, is stuck open because this is just letting all the boost pressure from the intake go out to the wastegate without any sort of intervention. So this sort of confirms the failure of this valve. In a seemingly futile attempt at trying to get this old valve working again, I've hooked it up to my jump pack and I've submerged it in diesel. I just left the jump pack on with it in the open position for about an hour, and I came back and it's about 25 degrees outside, and this is warm. So it's definitely been cooking in there. I don't know what kind of effect the heat had on getting contaminants and dirt and whatnot, whatever was sitting on the seat of the valve in there that was causing it to bind up, what effect it had on removing that with the diesel, but hopefully it had a good effect. Cycling it on and off now, it's either the same volume as before or a little bit louder at times. Sometimes it has the full clicking sound that a new one would have. I did put some air on this. I didn't film that part, and when you do pressurize the valve and apply power to it with the air coming in, it does move whatever mechanism is in there and causes it to have that distinct clunk sound when you go on and off with the valve. So after this sits for a day, I'm going to come back and apply some more air to all the holes and cycle it some more and see if we can't clear some of this old crap out of there, because my new valve isn't coming for a week and I only have one daily driver right now, so I'd like to get this one working this weekend. So the diesel bath did nothing for this valve. It's still performing the same way it did before, barely clicking. So I bent these metal tabs back and I'm gonna try to open it up and we'll see if I end up breaking any brittle old plastic while doing so. So I've got the new valve. Looks like it's made in Italy. So it's a Pureberg, genuine Pureberg, unlike my last one that just failed. So a year and a half isn't too bad out of it, but this one hopefully will last a lot longer. Okay, well, I mean, you've seen enough. A quick unboxing. We'll go and put it in the van now. Okay, so just installed the new valve. Yeah, I know it's just mounted to the AC line, but it's good enough for me and my purposes for this. So yeah, I'm gonna start our 2.7 liter gasoline engine that's in here. Just kidding. It's not a VR6 anymore. Moment of truth to see if it clicks. Oh, mess. Alright. No clicking, but we'll start it up and see what happens. Let's see what's weird. Let's go to test drive anyway. Here we are on a bright and early Friday morning, and the valve has been working well for a day. So you can see right now I'm at 39% throttle and I'm there on the boost gauge. And I'm going to punch it up to like 60. And there we go, it's at 12 PSI. So everything's working well in that department. I feel like I should be getting 14 or 15 PSI like I used to. So maybe I have some other issues to sort out. But for the most part, it's N75 problem.